Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to a new episode of Cupcakes and Protein Shakes. I hope you guys like the new intro. I've had an intro before, but I just figured out a way so I can have a pre and post roll, I guess, on my podcast. Let me know of your guys' thoughts. It's hard to do this on my own. I do all my own producing for my podcast and editing. So I hope you guys love it and it gives a little bit more consistency to my podcast. Thank you for tuning in. This week, I wanted to just get back to one of my favorite things is just getting to talk to you guys about what's going on in my life and give you guys as much motivation and inspiration so you can apply that to your own personal journeys and preps. So what I wanted to talk about today is your happy list and what is on your happy list. And yeah, let's talk about that. So what is a happy list? So I was thinking about this the other day. This topic keeps coming back a lot. So a lot of my friends and family, I just like keep this topic has just been reoccurring in my life. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So what is a happy list? So I was thinking about the other day, if again, you might have heard someone ask before, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do with your time? So like what actually makes you happy? What's on your happy list? So I started to go through mine and I'm like, okay, Sav, like what truly, if we didn't have to have a job and we didn't have to work and, all money aside, what would we be doing? Like what's on our happy list? What's going to make us happy throughout the day so that we can live a fulfilling life? And it's kind of funny. I was like, you know what I would do? I would wake up early in the morning, just like I normally do. Maybe I'd sleep in a little bit, have a great, amazing breakfast, and then I would go to the gym. I would get my cardio and workout done in the morning. Then I would get off. I would probably maybe like take a shower, do my hair and makeup, and maybe like record some YouTube videos and vlogs. Probably travel a little bit, maybe like a couple weekends, like one weekend a month, go on a little trip for a weekend. I'd still meal prep every single Sunday. I'd still record podcasts every Wednesday. I'd probably do more podcasts. I'd probably do more videos. I'd probably do more photo shoots. I'd probably go to the gym 3 times a day, twice a day. I'd go with a walk. Like I'd go take my dogs on a walk. I'd go out to a restaurant with my boyfriend or a favorite place. I mean, I was like, I'd hang out with my family, like Tuesday night, family dinner night. We always do that every week. I really look forward to it. I'd still probably be a suit stylist for Angel Competition Bikinis. I might just work a little bit less, do it a couple times a week. I might do posing coaching. I might start my own business. I don't know. I was like, you know what? And if I really looked at my happy list, like there's not a lot on it that I need to be happy because, the grass is never really greener. And I feel like I've really started to just practice this gratitude as much as I can because when you are pursuing a goal such as trying to become a pro athlete, I think you really need to keep your priorities in check. And I read this amazing quote. I'm going to try to find it for you guys so I can read it exactly as it is. But the quote is, let me see. It talks about about how you can't be happy until you appreciate what you truly have. Let me show you what this is. I don't exactly remember it. Okay. So this one it's called Be Grateful for What You Already Have While You Pursue Your Goals. If you aren't grateful for what you already have, what makes you think you would be happy with more? And this is a quote from Roy T. Bennett. Roy T. Bennett. Don't know who this man is. I just looked up some motivational quotes and used that. So I really love everything about this. Why? So be grateful for what you already have while you're pursuing your goals. I think this is just so perfect. So if you are, thinking about doing a bodybuilding competition or you are doing a bodybuilding competition and you're trying to pursue a pro card like I am as well, this is something that I've really started to practice in my own life is just gratitude. gratitude over everything. Like I'm so grateful for my coach. I love my coach. I'm so excited to be working with Coach Adam, Team Elite Physique. Like I know that I trust him. I trust his eye. I trust every single move and plan that he makes for me. And then I also give feedback. So we have a great relationship as far as coach and client. I'm grateful that I have access to a gym. That's crazy. I'm grateful that I can actually work out. My body's healthy. I'm grateful that I am fairly muscular. I build a really good muscle. I'm like grateful for my health and my body and the muscles that I built. I'm grateful for having a job. I'm grateful for my dogs. Like just going through this gratitude every single day, it just realizes that you already have everything that you could ever imagine around you. You just have to remember that there's so many things at one point that you didn't have that you wish you had, and now you have it. So it's the same thing for a goal when you're trying to pursue something. You always feel like you might be happier when. So for example, a lot of people, I'll be happy when I achieve this, or if I get this amount of money, or if I get this job or this promotion, or if I move here, or if I find the man or the woman of my dreams, or if I get married, if I have kids. Like people think that with more, they're going to be happier than they currently are because they're lacking something in their life. And it's really, I don't think it's that way. I really think you need to look at your happy list. So just take a sheet of paper and just write just like what makes you happy. Like what actually makes you happy? Like what are moments where you're like, holy cow, like I'm really happy when I do this. Like I'm really happy when I'm training, I'm executing my plan, I'm working towards a goal, I'm learning, I'm not good at something and I'm trying to get better at it. I'm really excited when I do something that I couldn't do before and then did it on my own. I'm really excited and happy when I talk to you guys, when I get feedback, when someone reaches out to me on Instagram and they love my episode or it helped them in any way. Like that makes me so happy. So happy. I love spending time with my friends. Like those little things really are what get me going. And so I really start to be happy with what I currently have. So I used to think that I could be accomplished or I'll be happier when I get this pro status. I kept saying, well, in my head, like last year, it was like, oh my gosh, I can be happy when I'm a pro. Like when I'm a pro, everything will change. When I'm a pro, when I'm a pro, when I'm a pro, like when I'm a pro, my Instagram will blow up. When I'm a pro, I'll be wiser and smarter. And when I'm a pro, all these different things of like, I'll be happier and I'll be a better person and I'll be all these different things. But I just started doing them now. A lot of bodybuilding is mindset, 100%. 100% is mindset. And this year just feels different, man. I'm just telling you right now. I'm going to be starting my official prep in January. So if you guys are, I know a lot of you listening are prepping for spring shows in 2022 because that's kind of like when the season starts. So I'm prepping January 1st officially, but I've already started. That's the thing. Like I've been on my reverse diet, the best that I've ever been in my entire competition career. I'm even more on my diet and on point now than when I was even prepping last year. So this off season was not something that I had anticipated doing. I didn't think I was going to be able to find joy and happiness in an off season because I'm balls to the wall, prep. I got to prep. I got to get lean. I got to I like be in the lifestyle and live the lifestyle. And so I started to live the lifestyle and do it without a show date. And that was like a very empowering thing. That was like so empowering of like, can you do this? Like deep down, can I do this? And still act like a pro, act like a bodybuilder, act like all of these things that I'm supposedly trying to get to without a show date. And it's been the best improvement season because let's go back to today's topic, my happy list, gratitude. And I've been trying to enjoy the moment. I feel like a lot of competitors want to just get through a prep, or they just want to prep to say they're in a prep, or they just think that, like I did, I don't know, like you need a show to stay accountable. Like you need it. Like I used to think that if I did not have my next show planned, that I was like somehow failing. And I really moved this year to push myself to level up mindset wise as an athlete of, you know what? The next show is going to always be there. There is once you realize and get a grasp of this fully, I think you can like be a really successful athlete. Is there is a show, a regional show if you're an amateur, literally every single week. Every single week, 52 weekends of the year, there's a competition, most likely somewhere in the country or the world you can do. Pro status is a little bit different. Like national shows, there's like 10 to 12 that you can do. Okay, so those ones are set in stone. Got it. But there's 10 to 12 of them. It's not like there's one a year. There's like 10 opportunities to get a pro card from anywhere from like May to December. That's a lot of options. So for me, what I've been doing again, this season, this improvement season, is just live the lifestyle, man. Like I'm just staying on my diet and I'm staying on my plan and I'm still doing my cardio and I'm executing and I'm doing it without a show date. And all I'm trying to do is build a pro physique. Once I stopped chasing a pro card or a show and just started to work on making the improvements to my physique that it needed, I've seen so much progress. Like it's insane. Like I don't feel rushed or stressed. I usually have a hard time getting conditioned. So I am not putting a show date. I'm not putting a deadline on myself. I am just going to work until my body's ready to be a pro pretty much. And then we're going to kind of go from there. So I have a general timeline of when I'd like to get on stage, but I'm not holding myself to a hard date. When my body is ready, it'll tell us what show we're going to do. So January, I'm going to start cutting. We're going to cut until I'm stage lean, or me and my coach agree I'm in a good spot to maybe think about doing a show, which would probably be realistically like April-ish. Maybe it's May, maybe it's June, maybe it's July, whatever my body needs, I'm taking time. In the past, what I've done, I've set a show date and then rush to that show, rush to get lean. So it feels like you're always trying to, just keep up. Like I've always picked a show and then started prep. I've never prepped without a show, and then once you're stage lean or close to it, then picked a show. So I think this is really fun and exciting, and something that I would encourage you to try is just to try to prep without a set show date and see what happens. There's no wrong or right way to do this sport, and I'm trying to come at it hard. Like something's different. I don't know what happened. It's just I really didn't want to lose anymore. So I started to live like a winner is really what I did mindset wise. And I'm not letting anything get bad. I've had a few days where I've had some bad body image issues, but as long as I know I'm executing my plan, I don't have stress. I don't have anxiety about the show date. I don't ever feel like I'm not going to be prepared, because once you have your checklist of like everything that you need to do, and I've been doing it for almost 5 years straight. Meal prep every week, a gallon of water every day, eat every few hours, pre and post workout nutrition. I have my supplements in the morning and the night. I know how to pose. I can always improve my posing, but I can practice. I've been practicing vacuums. I've been doing my abs. I really try to push myself in the gym. Like I really try to work on form. It just feels different. And why? I don't know. It's just, I think, like I said earlier about this episode, I started to just focus on, okay, if you have your pro card, what happens next? Because it's coming. It is coming. There will be a point, even if you're listening to this, where the goal that you're working towards, whether that is becoming a pro, whether that is becoming an Olympian, whether that is just competing in your first show, one day that's going to happen. And then what happens after? Because I was really curious. I was like, I had only thought about getting the pro card, but I never thought about the steps and like what my life would look like after it. All I said, mentally, I never imagined a world post pro card. What would that look like? Yeah. But then I started to, okay, if I was a pro already today, now, and let's say I got my pro card last week, what would I be doing differently? And then it kind of occurred to me, nothing. Nothing should change. Nothing should change. Like, you're still going to have to diet. You're still going to have to exercise. You're still going to have to drink your water and do your supplements year round. So I was like, okay, let's just do that now. Let's do it now. Let's do it. And so that's what I've been doing. And again, I'm not letting prep or being on a diet or doing cardio or training, like, I'm really trying to be different about it. I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to focus on hunger. And guess what? My cravings has gone away. I'm also in a huge calorie surplus, but I don't have the same cravings that I once did. And I think it's strictly because of my... Okay, and like I said, so it's mindset is everything. And that's why I encourage you guys all to create your own happy list. So grab a journal and just write down like things that you are happy for that you currently have. And realize that that goal or that pro card is not going to make your life any happier. It's really not. It's really not. Because you're going to get it. You're going to achieve the goal. And then what? Then what? If you thought that that goal was going to make your life happier and it doesn't, it's going to be a little bit of a rude awakening for you. So here's what I suggest that you do. Grab a piece of paper and write down, if money was not an option, what makes you happy? This is things, this is people, this is habits, this is daily routines. What would you continue to do if money was not an issue? What would actually make you happy to spend time on doing it? Look at this list once you're done. You can take your time writing it and then like realize how simple it is. Like how simple some of those things on your list are that truly make you happy. Mine was pretty much like something that I didn't realize that I really look forward to is spending time with my boyfriend and our dogs in our house watching Netflix after a long week. That's one of the most things I look forward to. Isn't that so weird? Like, it's nothing special. It's nothing crazy. Even if we were in a big mansion house, let's say, and we had a huge TV, it's still going to make me just as happy as if we're in our small house that we are in now, watching the same show. So I don't know. I'm really trying to, I don't know, just focus on the moment and living in the moment, because you don't know. Life is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that you're going to achieve these goals, and you need to be happy on the way to the top, because if you're putting your happiness in this future, something that you haven't attained yet, I think it's not going to make you happy. It's not. So if you're trying to hit a pro card or whatever it is, just realize that achieving that goal doesn't do anything besides you did it. It might make you happy in the moment, but then after, realize that your life is going to be pretty much the same. It really is. So I hope you guys liked this episode. It's a little bit something different. It's just a smaller, short. This is an episode that I'm doing solo. I love doing solo episodes. And if you guys ever have any topics that you want me to cover, drop them in my Instagram DM. I love hearing from you guys, but I like to share things that I'm going through each week. So like each week I try to pick a topic that I'm really struggling with, or that I've kind of had an insightful outlook on, and share it with you. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my little rant time. I try to make this one a little bit short and sweet, just because, I don't know, I just wanted to get it out there. And sometimes I have these episodes ideas, and I didn't know how this one was going to go, but I am glad that we got to talk about it and share a little bit of insight into my mind, and hopefully I can rub off some of my motivation to you. And I encourage you guys all to create a happy list. If you create one, tag me. I want to know what's on yours, or you can just DM me and we can talk about it. Or if this was impactful for you at all, give me some feedback. If this episode sucked, keep it to yourself because I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. I would love to know as well. And whatever you guys want to listen to next, let me know if you have other solo episodes that you would like me to listen to. And do not forget that this is a podcast for other amateurs, amateur competitors to come on. So if you are an amateur bikini bodybuilder and you are interested in sharing your story, reach out to me on Instagram. I have not been reaching out to anyone lately because I want someone who's already listening to this podcast, who's a fan of the show, to want to share their story. So you need to reach out to me and we will get you hooked up with an episode. So I love you guys very, very, very much. Thank you for listening.